Yes, this is another edition of Midweek Connect on Nta Benin. And of course, you know, whenever you see us on air like this, we have something important to talk about. And for this week's edition, we'll be looking at an organizational issue. And we have already guests in the studio to talk about what they have to tell us. Let me start by telling you my name is Udrakobong Achibong, and as usual, I have a former CAFO co-hosting with me. And so in this edition of Midweek Connect, there is a service rendering organization that is here with us. Members are here with us. I'm talking about the Rotary International. And between the 13th and 17th of May 2026, Rotary International is having a district conference here in Benin. And they are right here in the studio to tell us more about this event. And of course, you know, when you're talking about a service rendering organization, they have more for the people. And so I have seated close to me John Hiko. Yes, he is the Secretary General and the CEO, Rotary International. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
I think this is the first time we're having an international representative in the studio talking with us from outside Nigeria. Right. It's so good to have you in the studio.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your coming. And of course, next to him is Anthony Osaratin Wohire. He's the governor, Rotary in District International, Rotary International District 9141. And of course, it comprises Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, and River States. So he's here with us to talk about this important outing in Benin. Good morning, Mr. Saratin.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here with my CEO and Secretary General. I'm very glad to be here. Opportunity to be back home. As you called my name is Antonio Saratin Wawere, and I'm an homeboy. Thank
you. You're welcome. You're really welcome to the studio. All right, let's kick the ball rolling. I should begin with Mr. John. All right, Rotary International. Before we go into what you have for us this week, Rotary International, looking at the entire organization, what is it all about?
Well, Rotary it's really the premier service organization in the world. We're organized around what are called Rotary clubs, and we have 46,000 clubs around the world. The first club was established in 1905 in Chicago, and since then it has spread throughout the world. So we're well over 100 years old as an organization. 75% of our clubs and our Rotarians are outside the United States now. And the purpose of Rotary and the purpose of each club is to bring together community leaders to network professionally, to socialize, have a good time, but also to give back to your community. To give back either to the local community, to the regional community, or to give back globally. And so we have 1.2 million Rotarians around the world now, and as I said, 46,000 clubs. Nigeria is our largest Rotary country in Africa. Yeah. 16,000 Rotarians. We have about 606 Rotary clubs here. And our club service projects around the world range from maternal and child health to literacy, water and sanitation. Polio eradication is our largest global project. We're very close to eradicating polio. Rotary started with the polio eradication effort back in 1985, and Rotarians have contributed about $3 billion to eradicating polio. And Rotarians here in Nigeria played a huge role in stopping the transmission of the wild polio virus and making Nigeria polio-free. So it's a great global network to serve the community, make a difference, but also to network professionally.
Okay, Mr. Hugo, good to hear that. So you talked about it's really a large statistics when you say about 16,000 Rotarians and 606 clubs in Nigeria. So how do you see this large number of statistics in Nigeria? So how has it helped in propelling the objectives of this Rotary Club?
Well, Africa is one of our fastest growing regions in the world. the fastest growth in terms of new clubs, new members, and within Africa, Nigeria is really the rising star. We're adding new members every year. Governor Tony here has done a fantastic job here in District 9141 in growing membership. They have over 4,600 Rotarians now in this district. So obviously, the more members we have, the more good work we can do, the more we can give back to the community. And our Nigerian Rotarians are doing fantastic work: maternal child health, in literacy, in water and sanitation. The scope of the projects, the community projects that our clubs do here in Nigeria and throughout Africa is really quite extraordinary.
All right, let's come to you, Mr. Sarotin. He has talked about the spread, which Nigeria, to a large extent, contributes a larger number of Rotarians all over the world. You are the governor here, 9141 district. He's talked about giving back to communities. So to what extent has 9141 given back to communities?
Thank you for the question. We've done a lot in terms of giving back to the communities, as you said, through what we call district grants and global grants. We've given grants to clubs. I've given to clubs this year, and they started implementing them. At the beginning of the year, Rotary year starts July 1 and ends June 30th for every governor. I marshaled out my plans for the year, and I took a special area of interest in focusing water. And I've told all my presidents to go ahead and try to get water to every nook and cranny of the 4 states in the district. And they've keyed into that. Even the youths, we have a lower arm called the Rotaract. They are even carrying out a district grant project in Ekosodin. You can relate to that. They are currently building a wash project for toilets and facility for students around Ekosodin. That will help ameliorate in terms of sanitation. You know the impact of what sanitation does to the body. Aside that, we've already carried out other projects. I've been to Benin to commission other projects, water-related projects. I've also gone to commission back to school desk. This week we are commissioning 2 as part of this district conference. One in Uwelu Secondary Primary School, the other one in Iriri. We are trying to give them 12-seater desk for them to sit. Rotary touches lives in different areas. As I said, we have basic education and literacy. We focus on that. We also focus on the maternal and child health. With this polio program we're carrying out, I was here in Benin, and thanks to the government have been so supportive. The First Lady led the polio campaign walk around Edo State on our World Polio Day on October 24th. It was out of the world in Edo State that day. So we are trying to see how we can make the requisite impacts in the society, in our immediate communities and the world at large.
In carrying out these responsibilities, has there been any form of collaboration, or is just within members that you take to generate? I mean, having to serve people involves money.
Yeah.
It involves a lot of things to be done. So how do you get them going? How do you get these projects? And
a lot of collaboration has been coming in thanks to our stakeholders. We have both private and public partnerships with different companies and organizations, and the government. The awareness level of Rotary is growing, and that's good because they found out that what Rotary is doing is try to solve the immediate problems of the communities. So people are encouraged to partner with us. I want to use this medium for those that have not done. Find a way to get a Rotary Club and partner with, because the best you can do in life is to help carry out projects to help people that cannot tell you thank you.
Okay, Mr. Yuko just talked about the large environment that Nigeria, so how do you leverage this high statistics, this about 16,000 and up to more than 600 clubs around Nigeria? So how do you, your own district, how do you now leverage on this? You also talked about that $3 billion. Am I right, Mr. Yuko? $3 billion earmarked, for this project. So how do you leverage on this?
Yeah, so as I said, when you have opportunity of having more clubs, the Rotary presence grows in the communities. So what I've done this year is I had a great master plan of saying, let me increase the membership base of Rotary by chartering new clubs, and that we've started from July 1, and currently as of today we have chartered 26 clubs, and the last one just happened today, a club in Benin. So I'm very happy Edo State has picked the box up. We're on the rise now in Rotary. So I use the opportunity once again to encourage people to join the organization. So because by joining the organization and increasing our footprint, we can leverage on getting more grants into Edo State, into the 4 states in the District 9141. But if you don't have the clubs, you cannot have the opportunity of asking for these grants and getting these projects done in your communities. Rotary is very open to support Nigeria, and thanks, John. All the work they are doing at the international level is not easy. Nigeria is getting a lot from Rotary, and we are putting in a lot too. So there's only one. You can only get what you give in. So we need to improve in terms of getting more clubs in, and that's the legacy I'm leaving behind. By June 30th, I'll be off the box as governor. But the legacy I'm leaving is the governor will continue from where I stopped and continue to increase the profile of Rotary in District 9141 and Nigeria at large.
Okay, let me come to you, Mr. Hito. You talked about Nigeria having a large population of people in this organization, and then you told me that End Polio, which I've seen on your sheet, End Polio now, looking at it's something that has started some years back and is still ongoing. Looking at your assessment of this polio in Nigeria, what have you been able to gather internationally? How is it seen, polio in Nigeria? What's the statistics and what has been done so far in Nigeria?
Let me perhaps step back a bit and just, it was, as you know, polio was very prevalent disease throughout the world. And it was in 1985 that Rotary, a non-profit, not a multilateral institution, not a Ministry of Health, had the audacity to say we are going to eradicate a disease from the face of the earth. And back in 1985, we had 125 countries that had polio, 350,000 cases a year. And in 1988, we partnered with the World Health Organization, UNICEF, CDC, the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, and created the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. More recently, we've been joined by the Gates Foundation and by Gavi. And today, as I speak, we only have 2 countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan, where the wild polio virus is still circulating. As I mentioned earlier, Rotarians have raised and contributed $3 billion to the polio eradication effort over the last 30-some years. And so Nigeria is a huge success story in our effort to eradicate polio because of the huge population, mobile population, security issues in the north, and it's been now 8 years that
6 years
September that Nigeria was declared polio free, and that is a testament to the enormous effort of the Rotarians in Nigeria, working with communities, vaccinating children, working with the government to support the polio eradication effort. And so again, we're just down to 2 countries, and Nigeria has been a huge success story, and really thanks to the enormous effort of our Rotarians and our partners, and of course the Nigerian government and the health authorities.
And working in Nigeria and with your activities, what are the major challenges we would talk about that seems to stand in the way of Rotary International in ensuring that they carry out these services to the people? Have there been areas of challenges in the country here that you think that more focus should be targeted at?
I think, there's a great need, as you know, not only in Nigeria but throughout the world. And so I think our Rotarians are extremely passionate, extremely active, and are really making a difference. I don't know, Tony, are you facing challenges? I see so much good work happening that it seems like you're having a great deal of success here.
Yeah, success this way, just to add to that, it's just like in the north, the challenges we have in eradicating polio initially, because we don't want it to come back, is access to the families in the north. Security challenges, we have on the other side. Gender issues. There are some places you cannot access in the north based on the religious differences. But we've been able to navigate that, and that's what we're capable of. But what we want to see is for it not to come back. We need to sustain the level of immunization, continue getting to those areas. Kebbi, Maiduguri, Zamfara. Rotary is working on that, and for me it's been a huge success since 2020. As I said, we've not had any case of polio in Nigeria, but the efforts and the momentum must be sustained.
So in doing all this, you have officers, workers that are Rotarians, that I call them medical personnel, or you reach out to people you use in ensuring this activity to kick out.
We have partnership with people, United Nations, UNICEF, WHO, and we have volunteer workers that help us to carry out this organization service. As you know, Rotary is non-profit, so we give ourselves, offer ourselves. I go to do the immunization. We carry the immunization around even our states, to go to Bayelsa State, go to the waterfront, go and immunize the children. I actually took the polio event for my year to Bayelsa, Yenegua. We had it there, and we went immunize the children there because we know the value of the polio vaccine.
Okay, Mr. John, you are back in Nigeria as the CEO of Rotary International, and they were talking about the district that covers Edo, Delta, Rivers, and Bayelsa. You're back. Have they really given you their statistics on what they have done so far? And if they have, what's your scorecard?
I think, as I said, Nigeria is one of our shining stars in the Rotary world. Not only in terms of membership growth, which is quite noticeable, but also in the impact of the projects that our Rotarians are doing here. Let me just give you two examples of large, significant projects that our Rotarians are doing here. One is called the Rotary Healthy Communities Challenge. It's a $9 million project where we partnered with the Gates Foundation, and really the idea here is to strengthen community health services and strengthen community health centers, particularly in Kebbi and Akwa Ibom states. Very successful program, large-scale program, and the idea is to have significant impact. And that's the value of Rotary International, because we can provide two countries significant resources. Of course, our Nigerian Rotarians are also raising money locally, spending money locally, but we raise about $550 million a year centrally at Rotary, which then we give grants back to our Rotary clubs to do projects. And so a second large project we're doing here in Nigeria is a $2 million grant from Rotary International. It's called the Neonatal, the Together for Healthy Families in Nigeria. And the idea is to bring down neonatal and maternal mortality by 25% in Nigeria. And again, it's gone very well. It's the federal capital, Ekiti, Nasarawa, and Gombe, those four states. And again, that's the power of the global Rotary network. Yeah. Tony talked about all the great work that the local Rotarians are doing using local resources and local connections. Because you're part of this large global network of 1.2 million Rotarians, 46,000 clubs, which partner with each other all the time, we're able to do these large $9-10 million projects that really have a very, very significant regional impact.
All right, let's come to the main issue we are looking at, talking about the district conference. It already started today, 13th of May, up to 17th. Tell us, what are we expecting as far as this conference is concerned?
Thank you very much. As I said, the Rotary year starts July 1 and ends on June 30th. Sometime around May and April, the governor organizes district conference to assess all what have been done the year and what are the improvements, what are the learnings we need to capture going forward. And we are starting off the conference today, incidentally, with you.
Okay. And of course, NTA is a large platform to do that.
So we started with you today. After now, we have a press party. Then we have a visit to. You cannot come to Benin and go to pay your homage. We have to go to the palace today to see His Royal Highness the Oba of Benin, and from there we'll have basically our own internal like a musical talent show. We want to identify talents in Rotary that know how to sing, and so we want to identify new stars for Nigeria. Popular.
So you're taking a step forward now.
Step forward, yeah. Then tomorrow morning we are doing first ever Rotary International Rotary District 9141 road show in a discount. It's not happened before. We're going to have a road show around some streets of Benin with our end polio shirts to let people know about the polio program. So it's an awareness and at the same time a road show tomorrow for us. That's what we're teeing off tomorrow with on Thursday. And also we plan to have visit to the museum to go and see, for those coming like him, go and see the Benin Museum and see the artifacts, how it's being done in Igun. That's what we plan for Rotarians coming from outside Benin. After that, we'll have a regular governors meeting and a reunion. On Friday, the event starts formally. That's the formal opening. Okay. That will happen at Kasalia Event Center, and we're getting everything ready for that. We expect the governor himself, the His Excellency Governor Monday Okpebholo, to come and formally declare it open. Let me use this medium to say thank you to him. He has been of great support, because you can't have a district conference without the support of the government. He has given his full backing to this event. Just to say thank you to him. And after the formal event on Friday evening, we are going to have a costume event, another costume show. We like having social life. All work and no play, they say.
And besides, those states is a seat of culture, tradition, so
we're going to have a costume carnival on Friday evening. That's a ticketed event. Then on Saturday, we are teeing off with the golf session, playing golf for those interested in golf. We have a golf session on Saturday morning. Then we have our normal Rotary sessions. Then in the evening, sorry I missed out earlier, we are going to have a first ever football competition among the 4 states. Bayelsa, Edo, Delta and Rivers will compete to be the best in football. We want to encourage sports too in Rotary. That's first time it's happening in the DISCOM too. Then on Saturday, we are going to have our closing banquet in the evening, where we are going to give recognitions and awards to those that have performed well so far in the year. That climaxes the event basically. Then on Sunday, we start packing our bags. I hope some people will not go back to where they came from, like John. By the time we finish with them, they will keep them here in Benin permanently.
Have you heard that, John? He said he wants to keep it permanently. Yes, we're looking at you representing the Rotary International, and you attending this conference. I believe the Rotary International has something particular about this program. What do you have to unravel for District 9141 in having this conference in Benin? What are you coming? What package are you coming to unravel for the district?
Well, I'm really coming to deliver a message of congratulations, a message of continue doing the good work, a message of reinforcing the support that we can provide globally from Rotary International. Our world headquarters are in Chicago. That's where I live, and really to get a better feel for what's happening here in Nigeria. We were in Abuja yesterday, and we went to vaccinate children against polio at a health center. We also attended a session of the Council of Northern Traditional Leaders, who are very, very important in our effort to eradicate polio. And so for me, it's a combination of working with the Rotarians here to inspire them, to let them know how we can continue to support them, but also for me to get a better understanding of what's actually happening on the ground here in Nigeria. I was in Nigeria last, I'm dating myself, back in 1981.
Oh, really?
I had finished my graduate studies in the UK, and with some friends we bought a truck, and we drove from London all the way down to Cape Town. Took about 9 months, and we came into Nigeria through Agada, Zinder in Niger, into Kano, Maiduguri, and then into northern Cameroon. So I had seen the north, but I had not yet seen the south. So for me, this is a homecoming visit, but also a visit to learn and to inspire.
Okay, Mr. John, let me still be on you. The governor just reeled out the activities, lined up for this the conference. So what are you looking out for, especially while the excitement? Where are your excitements? Pointing at. When he mentioned football match, he mentioned the cultural exhibitions. You trying to see, go to the Igun where they do all this. Artifacts, so how excited are you to see the cultural, and tradition of the Edos? And of course, Edo State is the seat of culture and tradition. So how excited are you to, leverage and, see all these things? What are you taking back?
Yeah, I'm very excited, because one of the beauties of Rotary is that you have all around the world fellow Rotarians. that you can interact with, that you can visit, and you can learn. And for me, one of the more exciting aspects of my job is that I get to travel the world, and I get to learn, and I get to see.
Yeah.
And so now I'm going to be able to experience...
To add to your knowledge you already have.
Yeah, I'm going to experience Edo State, I'm going to experience the culture, experience the excitement here, but also I'm here to inspire and to inform and to let the Rotarians here in District 9141 know what are the priorities of Rotary International, what's happening globally, to also help educate them in terms of what's happening in the wider Rotary world. But first and foremost, for me, it's just fantastic to be here, to learn more, and to see this really exciting and interesting part of Nigeria.
All right, Mr. Sir, let's stay with you. It's a conference coming up, and by this conference, you will step down at the end of the day and hand over the baton to someone else. I believe that you'll be addressing the people on your achievement, the challenges, and everything we have achieved under your tenure. What would you three what would you be handing over? What would you be telling the Rotarians that would be there that this is the extent to which I've reached and this is where they should continue?
Yes. My intention is to plan to build on what we've already established this year. We've established an engaged community in terms of Rotary. The achievements we've done this year have been far and over above what we've done before as a district. So the intent is to sustain it, and we have Rotary, what we call the Troika. The next person taking over from you, and next you have three people at every point in time ready for leadership. So I knew I was going to be governor 3 years ago, so I started planning, and the ones after me have started planning. The guy taking over from me incidentally is bearing my name. So
the planning, not sorry for the planning in what aspect? Is it like politicians trying to do one or two, having political undertone?
We have a clear transition program. So you already know, like I know July 1st I must take a bow. So it's clear, it's defined. So all you need to do is work together. Where I stop is going to continue from the template from where I stop, because we have already agreed 3-year rolling plan. So it takes over from where I stop. Wherever it stops, incidentally is coming back to Edo State again in the name of Percy Okoje, the district governor nominee. He will pick up from where we stopped again. So likewise the next person taking over from him. So we have a clear transitional plan in Rotary and in our district, and it's been working because we don't have rancors, we don't have all these infighting and all those. So the template, as I said, is clear. So where you stop, the other guy picks it up. In terms of membership, foundation, and service projects, as we are expanding, you should expect more projects in Edo State, Delta State, Bayelsa State, and River State. And might get to a point where we need to do what we call redistricting, because we are growing at a very fast rate now. And when that happens, better for the citizen again, because it brings more expansion of Rotary presence in our communities. The plan is we want Rotary to be felt across all the communities in the 4 states. That's the plan. So it's a work in progress, and we're achieving it with support of all our stakeholders, and of course support from Rotary International. They've been too supportive for us, and we intend to build on that support and ensure that we deliver what we promise we will deliver as an organization.
Okay, you said there's a smooth transition. So looking back now, where will you have done better, or are there the mission of the districts, where do you think you can say, okay, this place and this place is what that I would have loved to do differently?
To be fair to you, I can't say many more things I need to do, because as I said, we've done over and above this year. The only area I can say we can improve more is in terms of contribution more to the foundation, which we've stepped up this year. We've had over 2,000 Rotarians contributing to the foundation, because foundation is where the money for the projects come from. My personal love and gain is to see that we have more impact in our communities, in all the areas we've identified we want to work. So I will need to hand over to say, okay, let's continue the messaging. It has to be the right thing. Let's contribute to the Rotary Foundation. That's the arm where you contribute and do things for people that cannot.
All right, Mr. Sir, for the price of time, let's have your closing thoughts.
Yeah.
The conference is coming between 13th and 17th. For our viewers, our Nigerians, everybody, Rotary is all about service delivery to the people. What would you tell them?
Yes, particularly I'm excited. The last time a conference came to Benin was 23 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I took a bold step to bring it to Benin because I'm not based here, I'm based in Rivers State. And I had the option of having the conference in Rivers, which would have been the normal scenario. But I said no, let Edo have a feel of the conference. And I'm happy I got all the support. And I can promise you the conference is going to bring a lot of good things to Edo State. A lot of people that don't know about Benin are coming from the first states and over and beyond, and I'm aware some international visitors are coming too for this conference. So by the end of the day, what I want the conference to leave is good memories in the city, and for people to understand that Rotary is a service organization and they should join the organization. The more we are, the merrier it becomes.
Yes. All right, Mr. George, your closing thoughts.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here, and again, to your listeners, what I would urge, if you're interested in an organization that you can join where you can network professionally, have a good time, and yet make a real impact in your community, whether it be your local community, regional community, or globally. If we'll be part of a fantastic international global network, Rotary is the place. And so I would urge you to take a look at Rotary. We have a lot of clubs in the area. Each club has its own personality. Check it out, and hopefully we'll see as many of you as possible as future Rotary members.
Thank you so much. That's how it has been, talking about the upcoming, the district conference is already beginning. It's already on today between 13th and the 17th of May. And we've heard from the governor, Rotary International District 9141, Mr. Anthony Osaratin Wokine. He has told us a lot about Rotary, and even our international guest here, Rotary International CEO and Secretary General. Yes, he has told us, Mr. John Higu, he has told us about so many things. His excitement with Benin, looking forward to learn more about the state. And I believe that he will go home with something fantastic about Nigeria, Edo State, and the people. Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing from you more and more, and wish you a successful outing here in Benin. Thank you so much. That's the size of our program this morning. Stay tuned. The program continues. We'll be back shortly.
Do you live in Aduawa and environs, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. Nta Benin Aduawa is a place for you. Nta Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art fully air-conditioned ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set, therefore ensuring uninterrupted power supply. We also have NTA Pavilion for all outdoor events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secured. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your events live. And above all, you can air your events on our award-winning program like Events and Style. And any booking on the field or hall gets a bonus of free news coverage. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Or Brokia, otherwise known as Waka.
Yẹ̀wò sẹ́lógbé, yẹ̀wò sẹ́lógbé, yẹ̀wò sẹ́lógbé, yẹ̀wò.
This is Health Plus. Today, searchlight on universal healthcare. What does it mean?
Diphtheria is a vaccine-preventable disease. It is highly fatal.
It's good to sing praise unto our God, for it is pleasant and praise is comely.
everyone, welcome to another exciting episode on Youth Arena. I can't wait to hear what you guys have in store for us today. So if you might
the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Hey there, welcome to another exciting episode in Top 7 Jams. It's your girl Pearl.
I just took a shot of whiskey, get this on the nature. I tell myself, say I know go cry, but I cry. We dance like
Nta Benin, reaching you from the ancient city of bronze, the cradle of black civilization.
It's here now, just the type of multi-purpose hall of international standard that suits that ceremony of yours. Be it wedding, engagement party, funeral ceremony, AGM meeting, conferences, seminars, to mention but a few. Arisco International Multi-Purpose Hall is the place to be. A modern edifice with a large hall, fully air-conditioned, that can accommodate over 500 guests with beautiful exquisite chairs, 24 hours power supply, adequate secured parking lot for all vehicles. Yes, Arisco International Multipurpose Hall is the place to be. Also available is open air field that can accommodate all your guests. For reservations, locate us at plot 18 Textile Mill Road, Clean City, Edo State. Call the following numbers on the screen. Arisco International Multipurpose Hall. We set the pace. Others follow.
Yes, so. All the way straight to Mama Miracle, yes, so. Yes, so. For quality tester material, I say, come Mama Miracle. You need them pressure shrebi. You know what disappoint you. No be lie.
See clarity, see plenty ashwabi for Mama Miracle Store. EJ Mama Miracle Store. This one too much oh. See all kind of waxy, whether like London wax, Nigerian wax, high target, Hollandese, brocade, Kampala, lazy, Yasek hair tie. All day oh, whether for one by one retail or for plenty boku buy of wholesale. Mama Miracle Store, we get all boku. Make you come collect her now. No need to the holla say I want ashwabi. Now only 20 I see. I not see reach 50. Foul. Mama Miracle Store. It don't get her now. Any kind design where you want it. Any amount of number where you want it. Mama Miracle Store get them. Make you waka enter. See them sit down for the head office 211 Motala Muhammad Way. The story building where they near Ekiosa for 30 Sekula. Mama Miracle Store. This one a big.
Yes, it's still Midweek Connect on Nta Benin, and this particular segment we want to look at security matters. And of course, when we're going to talk about security, at the center is the Nigerian police force. And so you and I are aware that recently in Benin City we had a kind of security occurrence here, that a life was lost near a university environment, and this brings to fore the need for more security measures to be stepped up in institutions of learning to ensure that students have their right to learning protected. And so here we have in the studio the Police Public Relations Officer, Edo State Police Command, PPRO Inoikoidem. She's here in the studio with us. Good morning, PPRO.
Good morning. Good morning.
I think it's the first time we're having
you since you are posted to.
Yes, this is the first time. As we are so glad.
More often.
All right.
So how's work been? Working in Edo State.
What has been the experience so far?
Well, it's quite challenging because Edo is like 1 week, one trouble.
And of course another trouble setting, and which I know the police force is already on it, because I listened to your interview when this event really happened, and you were saying that police is already investigating and all that. So tell us, as at present, what is the situation on this incident that occurred around an institution days ago?
Well, with regards to that fatal killing at front of University of Benin main gate, the situation is already under control, and when we received that distress call, the officers were immediately deployed to the scene, and that was where we met that unfortunate incident. The occupants of the vehicle, they were about 3 in number, and they were rushed to the hospital. The driver, the person who drove the vehicle, who was identified as one Alexander, was confirmed dead at the hospital. Meanwhile, the other 2 occupants of the vehicle are currently receiving treatment, and they're responding to treatment. And unfortunately, we equally had a passerby who was equally injured and is also responding to treatment. So the situation is under control for now, and we have intensified our patrols. We've done a robust security readjustment, because we already had security on ground, but we had to work on what we had. So
what has been the kind of relationship between the police and institutions here, like this has happened? Because what we are hearing, the feelers we are hearing, like I want to really confirm from you, said the presence of police is not really needed in institutions. They have their own networking and all that. And you're going to see, coming into Edo State, is this what you've met on ground, or are there mere speculations? What's the level of collaboration between Nigeria institutions and the police force?
Well, you really can't do without security agencies, not just the police. So the command has a robust relationship with institutions, not just Uniben alone, every other institutions, including secondary schools, primary schools, and time to time we visit schools and we give lectures on security. Even the Commissioner of Police himself took it upon himself at some point to be going around schools talking to students, and we have good relationship. The student union governments in most schools visit us time to time, and we communicate. So relationship wise, I would say we are good.
Okay. One of the videos, the one that circulated on social media, you get to hear when somebody was asking, where is police, where is security? You understand? Though you talked about the way the police is trying to do a reform or trying to reshuffle. So what extra effort do you think police can do in such a situation? Because when that thing was happening, somebody was shouting, where is police, where is security? And it happened outside the university gate, where you believe there must be the police maybe close by.
Oh well, sometimes when incidents happen, unfortunately people prefer bringing out their phones, and some people want to go live, some just wants to use it to trend online. But these are serious matters we are talking about. If anything happens, I think the first person the reason you should bring out your phone in the first place shouldn't even be to do video. It's to call the police. Or any relevant security authority in that regard. Not to
so the police number, is it that is out there for everybody to?
Yes, we have the command control room, which is 247 active. We have about 4 numbers which are dedicated lines, and these numbers don't go off, just call us. Then I have my own number, which I've already put out there in the open for everybody. I get calls even 2 a.m. midnight.
Maybe use the opportunity
to give us a number by the time we wrap up,
or even your number. You can even call it so that they watch
when we are about ending the program. And we are looking about, we do normally say that policing is everybody's business.
Yes, it is.
That means it's a collaborative effort. Then looking at institutions, we're looking at security and institutions. What do you think? Do you think that school authorities have roles to play when we are talking about securing lives and property? What are these rules?
Okay, well, schools have a mandate to imbibe the student with to imbibe the student on learning, both character and in learning. So this is where it all starts from. For you to have or to be criminally minded, it started from somewhere. There is a gap somewhere, a gap of guidance or tutelage somewhere. Now, it doesn't necessarily come from the school, because these students, how long do they spend in schools? So it's everybody's business, from home, the society, school, church. It's all interwoven. So it's not just the role the school alone have to play. It's the role everybody has to play.
What are these roles, if you want to highlight them one after the other?
These roles, if we want to itemize them, it comes from every angle, including daily living. You have the way you nurture the kids from small. You teach them morals, what is right and wrong. They should be able to discern this is right, this is wrong, and they should also be exposed to the law. They should know if this is done, these are the consequences, because some people don't even know. Some people don't know that it is wrong to slap somebody on the road, and they will tell you, let me borrow the
and we see it a lot on the streets.
Let me borrow the normal response. Waiting you do we kill person. So people have the mentality that until you kill someone, that is when it attracts consequences.
Yes, abuse is also a crime. So how do the PPRO, talking about this crime, for example, how does the police command now synergize with other, maybe sister agencies, even religious bodies, even the government, to make sure that this crime is nipped at the bud? I think you are talking about holistically, coming from the religious point of view, socially, and even government attention to it.
Well, what we do is we try as much as we can to do sensitization. And if you are talking of our relationship with other sister agency, I think Edo State Command, I make bold to say, has one of the best relationship when it comes to interagency collaboration. Most of our operations, you see that we go in company of the Nigerian Army, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. We always have the Edo State Security Corps, ESSC, and the local hunters are not left out. So it's an all-inclusive thing that we do. So with the government, with the Edo State government, has been fantastic, I must say. And they are doing a lot of sensitizations on their laws, especially the laws on kidnapping and cultism. So everybody out there need to know, and we are all joining hands to do a whole lot of work.
And we do hear that say we should be security conscious. And where you are looking at the student, we are talking about security and in the school environment, and we know that in the school we have students. they have one thing or the other to do. How security conscious should they be in their school environment and where they find themselves to stay safe?
Well, we have our Operation Safe School project, which was launched in Edo State, I think last year or year before last year. So all the schools were invited, and
you mean tertiary institutions?
Yes, tertiary institutions.
Okay, aside secondary. You were talking about this cultism is also
starts in the school. That's why I said
even in primary schools.
Students are across board. How conscious should everybody be?
Because you already talked about getting them young.
Yes.
Starting from primary school to
the Nigeria Police Force equally launched what we call police campaign against cultism and other vices.
All right.
Pokakov. We've been doing sensitizations across secondary schools. We mostly concentrate on the junior and the senior schools. So we are still doing that, and we are trying as much as we can to make sure we go around all schools in Edo State. That's our target.
Okay, she was talking about the university, which is even the main focus. We were talking about university, what the police is doing.
Yes, we've done. We have Operation Safe School projects, which we've done, and our contacts are equally out there. So when you talk of how security conscious students should be, I think it's not just students, because some of these cases don't just happen to students. This incident, irrespective of where the person was, if he was a target, might have still happened, irrespective of
anywhere.
But that big video, you see, they didn't even hide their faces. You understand? No masks, nothing. So it's expected that by now police must have done some arrests. So have police made any arrest on that?
Well, it will be too early right now to talk about the content or the investigation so far. But I can assure you that we have made significant progress, and upon conclusion of investigation
is ongoing.
Yeah,
we are pressed for time.
Well, I don't want to divulge more information.
We are pressed for time. But what are your closing thoughts? What do you have to tell Nigerians as far as, because it's a continuous process when we talk about protection of life and property? It's a continuous, because crime, society, whether we like it or not, they keep popping up. So as your closing thoughts to Nigerians on this particular issue, probably be able to roll out the numbers that people can reach out, so in case of emergency.
Okay. I would like to use this opportunity to advise the good people of Edo State to support security agencies, not just the police, every security agency out there, because they have a mandate to protect your life, and avoid spreading panic-inducing misinformations on social media. It does no one any good. Give us information. If you have any information, it's needless keeping information to yourself. It does no one any good. So reach out to the police, to the nearest police station, and we promise to treat every information given to us with all amount of confidence.
What are the numbers? Can rule out for us?
Well, for now, offhand, I have my personal number, which is 081-690-99849. I'll take that again, 081-690-99849.
From there they can get
24 hours. Is it 24 hours?
My lines are always open. But this is the thing, the command has a control room number, which they are dedicated lines,
and maybe from your calling you'll be able to tell them
what we do is it's always in our publications. The command has I recently created a channel which we have these numbers on pin. If you go to our social media handles on Facebook, you'll see these numbers there.
What's the Facebook
page? Edo State Police Command.
Edo State Police Command. So if you go to Edo State Police Command, you have all the information you need. Please, as she has said, let's collaborate with the police to ensure that we ensure safety of life and property. Thank you, PPR and Ekoede, for coming to the studio to talk about this security matter. And we believe that we'll have a larger time to talk with you about waters are rising whenever they do come.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And that's the size of your program this morning. We look forward to having you next week for another interesting edition. Until then, bye-bye.